Hi everybody, it's 2 o'clock on a Friday, and today I am going to be making a card using the technique of double stenciling, and it's inspired by Gina Kay. She did a 5-minute video on it, I believe. And I'm also going to be making this cute vellum flower wrap. Adorable, and it's really cool the way it's made. So stay with me and I'll show you how to make it. All right, get my brushes ready here. I'm going to be using a stencil, and I'm going to be using Distress Oxide inks. All right, so this is the stamp set called You're the Best. I've used it lots. So if you're thinking of purchasing a flower that you would use a lot, this is perfect for that. Okay. So I'm using the stamp, the stencil, and the die. So the technique is I'm going to be putting this stencil on here. There we go. And I'm going to use sponge sugar. Okay. Hi, Julie. Happy Friday. Okay, so I'm going to stencil on my lighter value. Now this stencil comes with a highlight that you would put on, and I am going to omit that step. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take that and I'm just going to tape it in place here. And I'm not using the highlight lines. I am going to use a separate stencil. Now I'm using these dots by Picket Fence, but I just realized that I sold the last one. So this would work also. See all the little circles and stars and whatnot? That would work on it too. Maybe I'll try this one right now. Just to have another option for it. So what you do is you put this on top. I get a good pattern here. There we go. And you can see through it. So I've got some dots and stars there. And I'm going to use that one right there. So now I'm going to take my darker value. And I'm using Kit's Flamingo here. And I'm going to go over top of this. And then you'll see how I've got my different dots there? And then I can put a few over here. And you just get a different pattern. I've got my dots there. And I'm going to do over this one. Now you can see right through there. And you want to keep your stencil on top, the original one, because you don't want to go onto the paper. So you just kind of leave it as is. Okay, so now I've got texture there. Oh, I went and got ink there. And then I'm going to do this one over here. Add a few over here. There we go. Alrighty, looks good. Couple more there. All right. Okay, so now I've stenciled over top. I want to see if I can get rid of that. There we go. Okay, so then when you take it off, your flowers will look like that. See that? Okay, then to finish it, oh, I got those mixed up. So that was Spun Sugar and Kitsch Flamingo. So then you take this one off. And then you go to, you're omitting this one. You're omitting number 3. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to get number 2 here. And this is 2, so that's the green leaves. So I'm going to use Twisted Citron. Now we're not putting any different stencil on the leaves, but we will add the darker value, which I'm going to use Mold Lawn. Hi, Darlene. Hi, Anne. All right, so now this is the darker value. There we go. And then I'm going to use, now this was the darker value of the pink, but I just want to do these flowers. So I am going to use Salty Ocean. And I'm using one of the new little mini brushes because I don't want to get into, so it worked perfect. Because then I'm not going to get into those open spaces there. All right, now I am going to take the last one, and that's going to do the centers and the yellow flowers. I'm going to use a larger brush for that, and I'm using mustard seed. And there we go. Okay. Okay, so there you can see the double stenciling that I did on those flowers. So now I'm going to cut that out. Now I've already cut my other one out. So this is the one with the dots. I can order that stencil if anybody wants it, but I just thought I'd try the other one. Okay, so those are all cut out. Now we can create our card. So it's a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 top folding card. And I have a piece that is 3 3/4 by 5. And this is what we're going to do some cutting on, because I'm going to show you how to make the little flower wrap. Okay. So we need a cutting mat. And I'm actually going to work on the wrong side. So I'm just going to measure the middle. So this is 3 3 3/4. So that's 1 7/8. And then I'm just going to measure up 1/2 inch from that point and make a mark. Okay, so there's my mark. And I'm going to make it about 1/8 of an inch. Okay, so it looks like that. And then I am going to make a mark at 3 inches on each side. And I'm going to go in about, how far did I go in? You make these things once and 1 inch. Okay, so I'm going to go up 3 and over 1 inch. Okay, so there. And there. So that's 1 inch. And that's 1 inch. Okay, so now I'm going to create a line, not to a point. I don't want it to a point. So I'm going on either side of that 1/8 inch mark that I made. Okay. So it looks like that. Okay, now I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to cut a line here and here. Okay, so that was on the wrong side. Now I'm flipping it over. So now we're on the right side and we have these 2 slits. Okay. So I have a piece of vellum here, and the vellum is 2 3/4 inches wide, and the length is 8 1/2. You don't need 8 1/2. So let's see. I'm going to trim a bit of that off. So I have it at 2 1/2. So I'm going to thread this through here like that. And through here. Like that. Okay, so I'm going to fold this over like so. And I'm going to mark with my pencil. So I've made it like a little wrap. Okay, so I'm just going to trim that off. Okay, so there's 1/2 of my wrap. I'm going to take this side and I'm going to fold it over. And then this one, I'm going to draw a line like that and cut it. Just gonna cut away those pencil lines. All right. So now I fold this over and I have my little flower wrap. Isn't that cute? I thought it was adorable. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tack that a little bit just so it holds it in place. Just with a little bit of tape. And you can see the dimension of it. See that? Isn't that cute? I also have some twine. And I'm going to take that twine and I'm going to put it through here, flipping it over, putting it through here, like so. And then I'm just going to tie a knot and then a bow. And get my tweezers. Actually, if I just go over to the side here, it'll work. And then I'm just going to tie a little bow. And there we go. Here's my little flower wrap. So cute. Okay. Now, what you can do is you can flip this over and you can put a piece of tape on the back just to secure it into place. Okay. And then it'll hold it. Okay, now I'm just going to trim the tails. All right. Now I'm going to take my flowers. And this one I'm going to put in here so that you can see the leaves through the vellum. So I'm going to put some foam tape on the back of that. And we'll get that on. Okay, I can go there. Then I'm going to put this one down in here. Like so. And then I'll put a little piece of foam tape back there. Okay. And then I'm just going to tuck this one back here. Okay. That I won't use foam tape. I'll just use my tape then. And there we go. How sweet is that? Then I have a banner that was in my stash. And it says, "That was so sweet of you." I'm just going to put it right across the front there. And there we go. There's our card. I think it's adorable. This flower you can use so many ways. Alrighty, I'm just going to trim a little bit off the bottom there. There we go. All right. So we'll put some tape on that. I like the way that flower wrap worked. I thought it was pretty cute. And there we go. Double stenciled. Now, if you had like stripes or checks or anything, you can use anything on any type of stencil. I'm just going to stick another piece of foam tape under there. Now I want to cut a bit off. And there we go. There's my card. Double stenciled. It is very pretty. So I used You're the Best. I've used it so many times. Stencil and die. It's definitely worth purchasing. I think you'd get lots of use out of it if you're looking to get a flower of some sort. And then this was snow flurries, actually, but it had little dots and everything, so it worked out just fine. Or if you want me to order this one's called Lots of Polka Dots, and I can get this for you too. All right. So I hope you try double stenciling. I think the technique is great. Now I'm at work tomorrow, so I'm going to do a card. And I played around with this new die. And it is called Wraparound Elements. Tons of fun. Lots of fun. So here's one card. You can see the effect that it has. So I did like an ombre effect. This one I'll show you. I used a striped paper and it automatically had all these colors on it. And I used the two borders there. So that's lots of fun. And then I did one all in white in a little mini slimline. So I did it all in white. So there we go. So I'm going to make some of these cards tomorrow. So at 2 o'clock, we'll do a Saturday. All right. I did a video on some gorgeous paper that we got in. It's called Dear Isabella. And it also comes in a 6x6 paper collection. And you get 18 pattern papers, 3 of each design. And it's that nice, shiny cardstock. It's really pretty. So if you'd like one of these, let me know. And then they also have die cuts to go with them. Remember we had this at Christmas time? And they had die cuts and they had the little Santa, and we made cards with it. So it's the same idea as this one. And then, and we also got the 12x12 paper. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, there's about 12 sheets of paper that's 12x12 in a lot of these. And then we got this paw print die. It's adorable. You could make a really cute little shaker card out of that. And then look at this paw print texture die. It's beautiful. Okay, so if you want any of these, let me know. They're online. This paper's online. It's $13.29. It's gorgeous paper. I can show it to you. So there's butterflies, flowers, more flowers. They have the little sentiments that you can cut and put on your cards. And then it repeats. Okay. Get another one of those. That's beautiful. More sentiments. And there we go. Gorgeous. So if you'd like to pack, just let me know. I am going to be making cards with it. And a virtual, I think. So that's something that will be coming up. Okay. All right. Thanks for joining me today. And I will see you tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Okay. And give double stenciling a try. I think you'll like it. Have a great Friday, everybody. And we will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Why isn't that? It's not letting me end. I see why.